Thank you. I know when I was going last, I got here and I was anxious about going last, but the fact that we have such a low podium for me tonight is outstanding. The Richard C. Hastings Third Memorial Scholarship is presented to a student athlete who plans on continuing their higher education. The student was selected for their superior character and academic performance. It gives me great pride to be in a room full of athletes and scholars tonight. I congratulate all of you, along with your coaches, your parents, and your teachers. And if any of you have not said thank you or I love you, you need to do that now. No, I'm not going to make it weird, that's all right. My middle schooler said it was sus or cringy, so I probably should have taken it up. Do we have any wrestlers up here tonight? Any wrestlers? One in the back, lovely. All right, I initially thought I was speaking to wrestlers tonight, and then I learned that it was a much broader audience. And it's actually a good thing, because my message isn't just for the wrestlers out there, or wrestling fans, it's for all athletes, parents, coaches, and teachers. A message that should be heard by everyone, not just members in this community. It's been just under 30 years since I wrestled for Coach Hastings, and I walked the halls of this school. It's a long time ago. But I'd like to travel a little farther back, about 45 years, believe it or not, so bear with me, I'll be quick. When I was 3 years old, I was diagnosed with arthritis from head to toe. I had many broken bones, lots of medication, therapy, hospitalizations, and that all actually kept me to stay back in first grade. So I missed out on a lot of opportunities. I didn't think I was going to get emotional, sorry. God, everyone's held it together tonight, we can do this. But now fast forward to 8th grade. Time does go flat fast. I'm sure all of you are like, I can't believe you're graduating, right? Where did the time go? So 8th grade, I learned about Coach Hastings. My brother had joined the wrestling team as a freshman, and I had the opportunity to wrestle in a small program. And that 8th grade summer, I stopped taking my meds, I stopped therapy, I woke up early, rode my bike, ran around the block, weightlifted in the garage. I didn't know it, but at that time, I was building a legacy of my own. Every single person in this room will have a legacy. Whether you folks want it or not, you're going to have one. It's something we pass down. It is your mark. It is your footprint on the earth. It is your contribution to the world. You don't have to do anything and you'll have a legacy, everyone. Will you be intentional about the legacy you have and what will you pass down or give to others? Coach Hastings passed his legacy to many students, athletes, and myself. Most people in this room have experienced a good coach. They help you through all those choices during the season, those habits during the season, all the skills during the season, and you look forward to seeing them every season. Rich Hastings was not that coach, not a good coach that affects you for that season, but a great coach, one who changed me for life. Sadly, we don't have time to share all sayings and funny anecdotes. I wish he did, because he made us laugh and he made us cry. Our wrestling season began with Coach telling our parents that for the next few months, your sons will be my sons. And I asked myself now as an adult, was he really a wrestling coach, or maybe a life coach, who just had a passion for wrestling and used it as a tool to make us better sons, husbands, and fathers? I'm now in my 25th year of teaching. I wrestled in college. I've always wanted a program, as you can see is a shirt that I had to proudly bring. Just like Hastings. And it gives me great pleasure to tell him that I did it. And I couldn't have done it without his guidance and hard work. Wrestlers bore the saying with pride, and I'm proud to say that hard work towards excellence is what got me where I am today. And 30 years later, my wrestlers wear the slogan on their shirt. And I still live by this. I've taught thousands of students who shared his message, and what is now my message. Family comes first. Remember that, folks. School comes second. And wrestling or sports, those activities come last. Because the reality is that most of us will stop playing a sport at some time. We might continue to further education and work or school. We receive our degree. And when we're left with our family. And that is most important. Hastings actually gave us these little cards with all his values. I still carry mine in my wallet today. So it gives me great pleasure to attend this event, share about Rich Hastings, and present this scholarship to an athlete. I only wish everyone here could have had a coach like him, and I aspire to be just like that. I've heard wonderful things about the recipient of the scholarship. He would have loved coaching you. I think you would have enjoyed him as well. This young man is already building a legacy, and this year's scholarship goes to a gentleman and a scholar, Zach White.